Hi everyone! To start off this challah recipe, add 2.5 cups of warm water to a large bowl and 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast. Whisk to combine. Then add half a cup of honey, 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil, a tablespoon of salt, and 3 eggs. Now that everything is in the bowl, I tried to mix it with a dough hook and realized that the egg yolks weren't completely breaking and mixing into the mixture. So I came in with a whisk, and by hand I just whisked in the egg yolks, and that worked perfectly for me. If you want to use your whisk attachment and clean 2 KitchenAid attachments, by all means do it. Just thought this was easier because I got it dirty earlier with the yeast and water mixture. Now that all the wet ingredients are combined, I started adding my flour 1 cup at a time to make a total of 8 cups of flour, and combined it with the dough hook until almost completely combined. Once the dough hook couldn't knead the dough anymore, I turned out my bowl onto the work surface and started kneading so the dough becomes less sticky and rises better. When I was done kneading my dough, I greased up the original bowl from my stand mixer so my dough could rise in there. I then stuck my dough inside the bowl and covered it with the oil on the sides of the bowl. Then I pulled over some plastic wrap and then a towel. Now preheat your oven to 350. The dough has risen for a few hours. Punch the dough, and this is how it should look like. I split my dough in half so I can get 2 challahs. I floured my work surface so I can knead my dough once more before I cut it into strips and braid my challah bread. I recommend just cutting the dough in half and then in half again lengthwise so you can have 4 strips and not all the work of 4 strips. Doing a 4-strand braid seems intimidating, but it isn't really. First, you have to separate all your pieces and pull them lengthwise so they'll become longer and thinner. Then, pinch the top so all 4 pieces are connected again. Afterwards, it's just a basic pattern of taking one of the outermost layers and doing over, under, over, and then repeat on the outermost layer. Over, under, over, again, over, under, over, until you get to the end. Don't forget to tuck in your end pieces. Now that you're done braiding your challah, transfer it to a lined baking sheet and cover it with a clean towel to let it proof. Now that your dough is proofed, take an egg wash, which is also just a beaten egg, and brush it on or smear it on with your fingers, or you can use a paper towel if you want, just so you can get a golden brown color when it comes out of the oven. I decided to sprinkle on some chia seeds because I think they're really pretty, but you can use sesame seeds or any other seeds that you'd like to decorate the top. I've put sprinkles before, and I've put food coloring and other things just to beautify it. After you put your egg wash and seeds, throw it in the oven for about 35 to 45 minutes until golden brown. Watching.